Have you ever felt like time is slipping through your fingers? Like no matter how hard you try, the day just disappears, leaving you with nothing to show for it? That restless feeling in your chest when you look at the clock and realize hours have passed without moving closer to your dreams. It's not just a fleeting thought, it's a warning. Every second wasted is a moment of potential loss forever. And yet, most of us carry on as if time is infinite, as if the world will wait for us to catch up. The truth is, it won't. The truth is, the difference between the life you have and the life you long for is hidden in the choices you make every single day, starting now. Imagine for a moment that you could reclaim those hours, that you could take control of every tick of the clock and shape it into something powerful, something meaningful. Imagine feeling the quiet satisfaction of progress at the end of each day, knowing that each action you took brought you closer to the person you want to become. That feeling, clarity, control, unstoppable momentum is not a fantasy. It is entirely within your grasp, but only if you learn to spend your time wisely. Every successful person, every individual who has achieved greatness, discover one unshakable truth. Time is the most valuable resource you will ever possess. It's not money, not talent, not luck. It's time. How you use it shapes your destiny. Right now, you are standing at a crossroads. On one path, you drift, you scroll, you procrastinate, you fill your hours with distractions that leave you empty. On the other path, you act with intention. You make choices that align with your goals. You dedicate yourself to growth, and you protect your most precious resource. This is the path of courage, and it is the path that leads to success. The reward is not only achievement, it's freedom. Freedom to live life on your terms. Freedom to wake up each morning without regret. Freedom to look in the mirror and know that every day you are building the life you deserve. The first step to mastering your time is awareness. You must see clearly where your hours go and face the hard truth. If you don't act, someone else's priorities will consume your life. But once you embrace this reality, a shift happens. Every minute becomes an opportunity. Every moment holds power. You begin to see time not as a force that limits you, but as a tool that can propel you forward faster than you ever imagined. And this realization is exhilarating. It ignites a hunger, a deep, burning desire to take control, to claim every second that belongs to you. By the end of this journey, you will understand not just how to manage your hours, but how to transform your life. You will learn the strategies that turn ordinary days into extraordinary progress. You will see that success is not a distant goal. It is the sum of intentional moments, decisions made with focus and courage. And if you commit, truly commit, you will feel a quiet, unstoppable confidence growing inside you. That confidence, that clarity, is the reward waiting for you if you choose to stay, to listen, and to act. This is your moment. Time starts now. Every moment you spend without purpose is a moment stolen from your future self. You may think that small distractions don't matter, that a few idle minutes here or there won't change the trajectory of your life. But they do. They accumulate. They shape the life you will wake up to tomorrow. Imagine looking back a year from now and realizing that those tiny, unintentional choices kept you from reaching your potential. The frustration, the regret, the what-ifs, they weigh heavier than you can imagine. The truth is, the life you want doesn't happen by accident. It is created deliberately, moment by moment, choice by choice, with unwavering focus and relentless discipline. You have to confront the uncomfortable reality that time is neutral. It does not care about your excuses, your doubts, or your distractions. It moves forward whether you act or not. But this is also your greatest opportunity. Because if time is unstoppable, then every second you claim for yourself, every minute you spend intentionally, becomes a weapon in your pursuit of success. The power is in your hands. How will you use it? Will you surrender it to habits that drain you? Or will you wield it with precision, purpose, and courage? This is not a matter of luck or innate talent. It is a matter of commitment. Every successful person understands this. They know that mastery over time is mastery over life itself. Think about how much energy you waste on things that do not matter. Scrolling endlessly, worrying about what others think, hesitating to take action. All of it consumes your most precious currency, time, without giving anything back. Now imagine redirecting that energy, focusing it on what truly matters. Imagine approaching each day with intention, knowing exactly what you will do and why it will matter. Each task, each decision becomes a building block toward your dreams. This is where transformation begins. You stop drifting and you start constructing the life you deserve moment by moment. There's no secret, no magic formula. There's only awareness, focus, and action executed with relentless consistency. Your mind is your most powerful ally, but it can also be your fiercest enemy. It craves comfort, seeks distraction, and tells you that procrastination is harmless. You must train it, shape it, and harness it to serve your highest purpose. Discipline is not punishment. It is freedom. Freedom from chaos, from wasted hours, from the hollow feeling that comes when you know you could be doing more. Every choice you make, every decision to focus, to prioritize, to act, reinforces the belief that you are in control. And that belief is the fuel for courage, ambition, and resilience. The energy you invest today compounds exponentially. The minutes you guard, the hours you dedicate, the decisions you make with intention, they define the quality of your life. Success is not a distant reward. It is the sum of moments lived deliberately, moments that add up to mastery, clarity, and unstoppable progress. When you recognize that time is not your enemy, but your most powerful ally, a shift occurs deep within you. You begin to see potential everywhere. Every second becomes precious. Every day becomes a gift, and every action becomes a declaration. I am here to achieve, to grow, and to live with purpose. This is the mindset that transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary legacies. The difference between those who achieve and those who merely wish lies not in talent or luck, but in the mastery of their time. Every second spent with focus and purpose compounds into progress that feels almost unstoppable. Every wasted moment, no matter how small, quietly steals from your potential, leaving you farther from the life you imagine. You have to understand this truth at a deep level. Time is your only irreplaceable resource. Unlike money, which can be earned back, or energy, which can be restored, every second gone is gone forever. And yet, so many surrender it without thought, distracted by fleeting pleasures and empty routines. You cannot afford that surrender if you desire greatness. To spend your time wisely, you must first define what matters. Clarity is not optional. It is essential. Without it, you drift, reacting to life instead of shaping it. But when you are clear about your goals, your purpose, and the life you want to build, every choice becomes meaningful. Tasks that once felt mundane transform into steps toward your vision. Challenges that once seemed overwhelming become opportunities to sharpen your focus and resilience. The act of prioritizing your time is the act of prioritizing yourself. It is a declaration that your dreams, your growth, and your future are worthy of every ounce of effort you can give. Discipline and intention are the engines that convert time into achievement. They demand that you resist the easy, the comfortable, the distracting. They ask that you sacrifice short-term gratification for long-term fulfillment. And yes, it is uncomfortable at first. The mind rebels against restriction, against effort, against change. But every small act of control, every deliberate choice to focus on what matters, builds momentum. It strengthens your confidence, sharpens your resolve, and proves to yourself that you are capable of more than you believed. Discipline is not punishment. It is a declaration of freedom. It is freedom from regret, from wasted hours, and from a life that falls short of your potential. Equally important is the awareness of energy. Time alone is meaningless without the energy to act with clarity, creativity, and persistence. Guard your mental and physical energy as fiercely as you guard your hours. Remove distractions that drain you. Surround yourself with influences that elevate you. Structure your environment to fuel productivity and inspiration. Every action, every minute should be aligned with the purpose that drives you. This is how ordinary moments become extraordinary leverage points. This is how you transform a day into a leap toward your goals, and how you transform your life into a reflection of your highest aspirations. The truth is, time rewards those who respect it. Every intentional choice, every disciplined act, every focus-driven hour is an investment in the life you want. You are not at the mercy of circumstances. You are the architect of your reality. Each second you claim with clarity and purpose compounds into strength, achievement, and progress. Begin today with unwavering focus, and you will start to see the quiet but undeniable momentum of your actions. The power to shape your destiny is not somewhere in the future. It is here, in this moment, in the seconds you choose to own, to direct, and to use as your stepping stones towards success. You cannot afford to drift through life waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment does not exist. Every second you hesitate is a second surrender to uncertainty, to fear, to the endless maybe tomorrow that erodes your dreams. Time does not negotiate, it does not pause, and it does not forgive. Every moment you choose to act or fail to act shapes the trajectory of your life. To spend your time wisely is to seize control of your destiny, to claim the hours you are given and transform them into meaningful, purposeful action. It is a declaration that your life matters, that your ambitions matter, and that you will not let another day pass unclaimed. Focus is the bridge between intention and achievement. Without it, all effort dissipates into noise. But with focus, every task becomes a tool, every decision a step forward. You must ruthlessly guard your attention, directing it only toward what will move you closer to your vision. The world will try to steal it through distraction, through comfort, through endless trivialities disguised as necessity. But each time you reclaim your focus, you strengthen an invisible muscle, a muscle that grows more powerful with every act of discipline. This is how ordinary people become unstoppable. This is how goals, once distant, become inevitable realities. Purpose fuels persistence. When you understand the reason behind every action, motivation becomes internal, unwavering, and almost impossible to ignore. A clear why transforms effort into joy, struggle into growth, and obstacles into opportunities. You will face resistance, tiredness, doubt, fear, but purpose allows you to push beyond them. It is the spark that ignites resilience, the energy that carries you through moments when the easier path tempts you. When your actions are guided by meaning, not convenience, you begin to experience the quiet power of momentum, where progress accelerates because your commitment refuses to waver. The hours you waste are not just lost, they are stolen from the life you could be building. Imagine the potential hidden in every hour you reclaim. Imagine what could happen if you treated each minute as sacred, as an investment in your growth, in your skill, in your vision. Every deliberate choice compounds. Every disciplined action adds weight to your trajectory. Success is not magic. It is a result of intentional, consistent investment in yourself and your time. The person you want to become exists only in the sum of the seconds you dedicate to becoming them. Energy, clarity, focus, and purpose are the pillars of time mastery. Guard them fiercely. Eliminate what drains you, prioritize what elevates you, and never accept less than deliberate action. Each day is a test, each hour a challenge. Will you succumb to distraction, or will you rise to claim your power? Will you allow your life to be dictated by circumstance, or will you dictate your life through intention? The answer is in your hands. And when you choose action, when you claim your hours with clarity and courage, something extraordinary happens. You realize that the life you imagine is not distant. It is within reach, and every moment from now is a chance to move closer to it. This is the transformation that begins the moment you decide that your time is yours and yours alone. Every decision you make about your time shapes the person you are becoming. Every distraction avoided, every moment seized, every deliberate action compounds into a stronger, more capable version of yourself. You must see time as your ally, not your enemy. Every second is an opportunity to grow, to sharpen your skills, to move closer to the life you envision. Yet most people treat time casually, as if it will always be there, waiting for them to catch up. That is a dangerous illusion. Time does not wait. It marches forward relentlessly, indifferent to your excuses, your fears, and your doubts. To master it is to master your life. Awareness is your first weapon. You must become conscious of where your hours go, what you give attention to, and what drains your energy. Without awareness, action is blind and effort is wasted. With awareness, however, you gain clarity, and clarity creates power. Every moment of intentional action becomes a building block for your success. The smallest tasks, when performed with focus, compound into progress that is almost unstoppable. The hours you guard with discipline are the hours that define your future. This is not theory. It is a principle tested by every high achiever, every person who has built a life worth living. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail lies not in luck, but in their ability to use their time wisely. Purpose transforms effort into fuel. When you understand why you are doing something, every action becomes meaningful, every challenge becomes a lesson, and every moment carries weight. Purpose ignites resilience, allowing you to keep moving when motivation fades. It pushes you past the exhaustion, past the doubt, past the voice inside that tells you to quit. Without purpose, your time drifts away, meaningless and unproductive. With purpose, your time becomes your most powerful asset, and every action you take builds momentum, progress, and the unshakable belief that you are capable of extraordinary things. Discipline is the bridge between desire and accomplishment. It is the muscle you strengthen each time you resist distraction, each time you commit to the task that matters most, each time you honor your time as sacred. Discipline is not a punishment, it is freedom. Freedom from wasted hours, from regret, from the hollow feeling that comes when you know you could have done more. It allows you to channel your energy and focus toward what truly matters, transforming ordinary days into extraordinary progress. Every choice you make to act with intention reinforces your control over your life, your destiny, and your success. The energy you bring to your tasks is as critical as the time you dedicate. Guard your mental and physical energy with the same vigilance as your hours. Protect your focus from unnecessary distractions. Align your environment, your routines, and your habits with the goals that matter most. When time, energy, focus, and purpose converge, the results are unstoppable. Every deliberate minute becomes a step toward mastery. Every intentional action builds momentum. You begin to see that the life you imagine is not distant. It is built in the quiet, intentional moments you claim each day. You are the architect of your reality, and your time is the foundation. You cannot underestimate the power of intentional action. Every choice, every decision, every minute you dedicate with purpose compounds into the momentum that propels you forward. Life does not reward the passive. It does not wait for the hesitant, the distracted, or the undecided. It rewards those who seize control, who protect their hours, who move with clarity, focus, and relentless determination. Every second wasted is an opportunity lost, but every second claimed with intention is a victory. This is the reality you must embrace if you want more than an ordinary life. You must value your time as your most sacred resource. Focus is your superpower. It is the force that turns ordinary actions into extraordinary results. But focus requires boundaries. It demands that you eliminate distractions, cut through the noise, and channel your energy into what matters most. The world will constantly test your focus, offering endless interruptions disguised as entertainment, convenience, or urgency. To resist them is not easy, but it is necessary. Every moment you defend your attention is a moment invested in your growth, your progress, and your future. Focus allows you to do more with less time. It magnifies effort. It transforms small steps into leaps of progress. Without it, hours vanish, potential fades, and dreams remain just that, dreams. Purpose amplifies the value of every minute. When you know why you are doing something, every action carries meaning. Tasks that might feel tedious or overwhelming take on significance. Challenges become opportunities to grow, to strengthen your resilience, and to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you imagine. Purpose fuels persistence. It drives you to fatigue, doubt, and fear. It transforms hesitation into action, and hesitation is the enemy of success. The clearer your purpose, the more unstoppable you become. Every moment aligned with your purpose compounds into results that feel inevitable. Discipline is the bridge between intention and achievement. It is what allows you to transform focus and purpose into measurable progress. Discipline is not about punishment or restriction. It is about control. It is the power to say no to what does not serve your goals and yes to what does. It is the muscle you strengthen each time you honor your time, your priorities, and your commitments. Every act of discipline reinforces your mastery over your life. Every deliberate choice builds confidence, momentum, and momentum creates more action. This is how ordinary people achieve extraordinary results, and it begins with the commitment to protect and invest your time wisely. Energy is the catalyst that turns time, focus, purpose, and discipline into transformation. Guard it fiercely. Feed it with the habits, routines, and environments that support your growth. Protect it from anything that drains, distracts, or diminishes it. Every intentional choice, every minute spent on what matters, every effort aligned with your purpose becomes amplified by the energy you bring to it. When these forces converge, time, focus, purpose, discipline, and energy, you become unstoppable. Ordinary days become extraordinary. Ordinary hours become milestones, and you begin to see the undeniable truth. The life you want is not a distant dream. It is the product of the choices you make, the focus you protect, and the time you claim each day. Every moment you spend without purpose is a moment that could have been a step toward your dreams. Time is not something to negotiate with. It is a force that moves forward whether you act or not. Every choice, every hesitation, every distraction chips away at the life you could be building. To spend your time wisely is to reclaim control. It is to decide with clarity and courage that your life will not be dictated by circumstance, by fear, or by the pull of comfort. Each deliberate minute is a declaration that your growth, your vision, and your success matter more than convenience, procrastination, or distraction. Clarity transforms every second into power. When you know what matters, when your goals are crystal clear, your actions become unstoppable. Ordinary tasks gain meaning, challenges become opportunities, and your energy aligns naturally with your priorities. Without clarity, your efforts scatter, and your time dissipates in the noise. With clarity, your time becomes a weapon, each hour a tool for constructing the life you imagine. The hours you guard with focus and intention are hours that compound into progress, mastery, and momentum that cannot be stopped. Every decision you make with awareness reinforces the life you are creating, and every distraction you resist strengthens your ability to achieve. Purpose fuels relentless action. When you act with purpose, you move beyond fleeting motivation and tap into a deeper internal drive that persists even when external conditions are difficult. Purpose allows you to endure discomfort, to push through fatigue, and to keep moving when doubt whispers that it's easier to stop. Each action aligned with your purpose is a small victory, a reinforcement of your belief in yourself, and a step closer to the life you are capable of achieving. Without purpose, your time is a collection of wasted moments. With purpose, every minute carries weight, energy, and momentum that propels you forward. Discipline is the backbone of transformation. It is what allows you to convert focus and purpose into tangible results. Discipline is not a punishment, it is freedom. Freedom from chaos, from regret, from the life that falls short of your potential. Every decision to act deliberately, to honor your time, to focus on what truly matters, strengthens the invisible muscle that separates the average from the exceptional. Discipline compounds over time. Each act of control, each moment of intentionality, reinforces your capacity to achieve more, to create more, and to live a life of meaning and fulfillment. Energy is the fuel that amplifies your efforts. Guard it, nourish it, protect it from what drains, distracts, or diminishes it. Align your routines, environment, and habits with the goals that matter most. When your time, focus, purpose, discipline, and energy converge, you become unstoppable. Ordinary days transform into extraordinary leverage points. Ordinary hours become building blocks of achievement. And slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, your life begins to change. You realize that the person you want to become is not a distant vision. It is created by the choices you make, the focus you protect, and the time you claim and invest each day. Every second matters, every choice matters, every moment is yours to command. Every second you spend without intention is a second that could have been invested in building the life you desire. Time is impartial. It does not reward hesitation. It does not wait for courage, and it does not pause for reflection. It moves relentlessly forward. And how you engage with it determines the person you become and the results you achieve. To master your time is to master yourself. It is to understand that every moment is a choice, and every choice has consequences. The question is no longer if you will act, but whether you will act deliberately, with clarity, focus, and purpose, or continue to let your life drift, dictated by distraction and indecision. Focus is the cornerstone of achievement. Without it, effort dissipates, energy leaks, and time slips through your fingers unnoticed. But when focus is cultivated, each action becomes a tool, each task a building block, and each hour a step toward mastery. Guard your attention fiercely. Remove what pulls you away from what matters most. Interruptions, distractions, and trivial obligations will always compete for your mind. But the power lies in your ability to decide where your attention goes. Focus is not just productivity. It is the engine that transforms small, deliberate efforts into unstoppable progress. Purpose gives every action weight. Motivation is fleeting, but purpose endures. When you act from a place of deep meaning, even challenges become fuel. Fatigue, doubt, and fear lose their power because your vision carries you forward. Purpose allows you to act when others pause, to persist when others quit, and to rise when others surrender. Every moment aligned with your purpose compounds, building momentum that propels you closer to your goals. The life you imagine is the product of this alignment. Every deliberate choice shapes it, and every wasted minute delays it. Discipline is the bridge between desire and reality. It is what turns intention into tangible results. Discipline is not punishment. It is freedom. Freedom from regret, from wasted potential, and from the quiet frustration of knowing you could have done more. Each act of self-control, each moment you honor your priorities over convenience, strengthens your capacity to achieve. Discipline compounds over time, building confidence, resilience, and the ability to move forward even when the path is difficult. It is the invisible muscle that turns ordinary effort into extraordinary results, and it grows stronger every time you choose intentionality over distraction. Energy amplifies everything you do. Time, focus, purpose, and discipline are powerless without it. Protect your energy as you protect your time. Align your environment, your habits, and your routines with the life you want to create. Each deliberate choice you make feeds your capacity to act, to persevere, and to excel. When your time is guarded, your focus is sharp, your purpose is clear, your discipline is unwavering, and your energy is aligned, you become unstoppable. Ordinary days become extraordinary opportunities. Ordinary hours become milestones of achievement. You begin to realize that the life you desire is not distant. It is the result of the deliberate, intentional, and courageous choices you make with every second you are given. Every moment is an opportunity, every choice is power, and every action is a step toward mastery. The most powerful force in your life is how you choose to spend your time. Every second carries potential. Every minute is a decision. Yet most people surrender these moments without awareness, allowing them to slip away into distractions, obligations, or mindless routines. If you want more than an ordinary life, if you want results that leave a mark, you must treat time as sacred. Each choice you make about how you spend your hours is a statement of who you are becoming and what you are willing to fight for. The life you dream of will not arrive by chance. It will arrive through deliberate action, intentional focus, and unwavering commitment to the minutes that matter most. Focus transforms potential into results. Without focus, even the most talented, the most motivated, or the most ambitious person will waste time and energy. But focus, cultivated and protected, turns small efforts into extraordinary progress. Each task you approach with deliberate attention, each goal you pursue with clarity, compounds into momentum that is unstoppable. Protect your focus as you would protect your life itself, because in truth, it is. Every moment spent distracted, every decision diverted toward what is easy instead of what is meaningful, chips away at your potential. Every moment you claim for deliberate action, however, compounds into the reality you are capable of creating. Purpose turns effort into power. Motivation is fleeting, but purpose endures. When you act from purpose, even struggle becomes fuel. When you are aligned with your why, fear loses its grip, fatigue becomes manageable, and doubt becomes a challenge to overcome rather than a reason to stop. Purpose allows you to persist when others pause, to push through when the easy path tempts you, and to rise when hesitation whispers that it's safer to wait. Every choice aligned with purpose strengthens your momentum, accelerates your progress, and compounds into the life you are capable of achieving. Purpose makes your time meaningful. Without it, hours slip away unnoticed. With it, every moment becomes a step forward. Discipline is the backbone of achievement. It is what transforms intention into tangible results. Discipline is not a punishment. It is freedom. Freedom from wasted potential, from regret, and from the quiet frustration of knowing you could have done more. Every time you choose focus over distraction, action over hesitation, effort over comfort, you strengthen the muscle of discipline. It compounds over time, building resilience, confidence, and an unstoppable ability to act consistently, even when circumstances are difficult. Discipline is the silent engine driving extraordinary results, and it is built moment by moment, choice by choice, decision by decision. Energy amplifies everything. Time, focus, purpose, and discipline are powerless without the energy to act, to persevere, and to excel. Protect it, nourish it, align your habits, routines, and environment with the life you want to create. When your energy is preserved and optimized, each deliberate moment is magnified. Ordinary days become extraordinary opportunities. Ordinary hours become milestones of achievement. And gradually, inevitably, you begin to see that the life you desire is not distant. It is created in these small, intentional, courageous acts with the time you claim each day. Every second is a chance to move closer, every action a step toward mastery, and every choice a declaration of who you are becoming. Every choice you make about your time defines the life you are building. Every second you spend intentionally moves you closer to your vision, while every second wasted moves you further from it. Time is impartial. It does not care about excuses, distractions, or fear. It moves relentlessly forward, and how you use it determines your growth, your achievements, and your future. You cannot wait for perfect conditions, for motivation to appear, or for circumstances to align. If you want extraordinary results, you must act now deliberately and with unwavering focus. Every moment you claim with purpose is a moment invested in the life you are capable of creating.